What up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. This is Stockholm Gunnar, and this is the match reaction for today's game between Arsenal and Newcastle. The game they played in the Asian Tour, right? The preseason. Now, it was an entertaining game. It was an entertaining game. Obviously, it is a chilled, laid back, just to see what our players are capable of and how they are chilling with each other on that field, right? We've seen many of our players, the A stars, and also the youngsters on that field. And I have to say, since watching the game with the family, it was pretty entertaining. It was pretty entertaining. The game ended in 3-2 for Arsenal. And I have to say, in the first half, Newcastle were playing a lot better than us. They were really playing a lot better than us. In the first 5 minutes, they scored Alanga. It was a counter-attack, and they were hitting us on the counter-attack quite often in the first half. And it was a cross from the right side. Alanga showed up in that penalty box area and scuffed the ball into the net. That was 5 minutes into the game. And like I said, Newcastle were hitting us on the counter-attack. They were passing the ball through us, and they were pretty much dominating in the first half. And we did have a bright stars in the first half, obviously. Zubamende was keeping things ticking in that midfield for us. As a matter of fact, he boasted in that midfield. And if it wasn't him in that midfield, they could have literally scored a lot more than 2 goals, right? So he kept a lot of things under control for us in that midfield. We scored about 30 minutes into the game. We played through them brilliantly. Couple of passes and then a pass into the penalty box where Kai Havertz was, and he flicked the ball back to Mourinho, who coolly and calmly, right, placed the ball in the net. That was beautiful to see. That was very beautiful to see. And then 5 minutes later on, we hit him on the counter attack, crossed the ball from the left side, and Bukayo Saka was literally lurking behind the defender who tried to clear that ball out, but he managed to score on goal. The defender, the Newcastle defender. So we were leading by 2-1. 2 quick goals, and we turned the whole thing around in the first half, right? I think personally Trossard played very well as well on that left-sided winger, right? And he did actually play very well. He did play very well. He took on his players, tried to dribble past them, cross the ball in, sometimes even come in on his right foot and try to take the shots. And that was good to see. That was very good to see. Kai Havertz, for me, in the first half, as a matter of fact, the whole game, he was having a poor game, so to speak. He was having a poor game. We're not going to judge him because it is the preseason tour. It is a preseason game, right? We're not going to judge him on that. But he needs to start playing a little bit better. He needs to have a little bit more fluidity to his game. And obviously, he's going to be the backup for Victor Gyökeres. He's definitely going to be the backup for Victor Gyökeres, right? But whenever we bring him in, he needs to perform. He needs to perform. But I'm not going to judge him on this game, and I'm not going to judge him on the game on AC Milan. We're going to let him play the preseason tour, the games, all that stuff, and start judging him on the season when it starts, right? Whenever he starts coming into the games. And the second half, we did a lot of changes. And they did score on Newcastle. They equalized, right? And they had a good player. I personally do think he's a good player. It is Murphy. Murphy scored for them. The game was 2-2. And he was doing a lot of runnings, overlaps and all that stuff. And he took a shot. And I feel like Raya should have saved that one. But he scored nevertheless. Another thing was that they did have a couple of players who were a bit rough bit rough, like Joe Linton. He is a rough individual. He was leaving elbows on our players. Osola, he also is a bit of a rough player as well, the striker for Newcastle, and he's quick. And I seen him actually run past William Saliba at one point and get a header, right? And I was surprised the fact that he ran past William Saliba that easily and got his head to the ball, but luckily he missed the target, so there was no danger in that header. But I was surprised that he ran past William Saliba so easily. A person that I was very impressed by is the youngster Max Dolman. I think he was brilliant. I personally said to myself, I need to watch this youngster play. And today my focus was on that player himself. And I was watching him carefully. And the fact that he was able so easily and so comfortably take the ball, dribble past players, drive the ball into the half of the Newcastle, and sometimes even turn on his left foot and just take the shot was brilliant. Our third goal came, a matter of fact, from the brilliant effort from Max Dolman, right? And he took the ball from our half, drove it into the half of the Newcastle field, right? And came into the box, and he was pushed from behind. Fell over, and we got the penalty. We did get the penalty. Our captain took the ball, said, I'm going to take this penalty. And he showed up and he actually did score. And that was 3-2 in the game. Kepa was substituted into the game, right? In the second half. We did do a lot of substitutes in this game. We did. A lot of youngsters played. The players that wasn't in the first half came in also. The likes of Kivio came in. Calafiore went down, picked up some nickel, bit of a injury, I think. I'm not too sure yet. We will have to see what comes out from the Arsenal camp in order to find out whether he's injured or not. But he went down and was substituted. Kivio came in. So we will keep an eye on that one. Declan Rice was substituted in. Martinelli. I don't know what's going on with Martinelli. He doesn't look good. He doesn't look good currently. He didn't look good in the AC Milan game. He doesn't look good in this game either. Whatever that is the problem with him currently, he needs to fix it up. There's a competition in that left side with a Trossard, right? And if we do get the new guy, Ebresi Essi, it will be a problem for him in order to compete. So he needs to really pick himself up and try his best to become even better. Beautiful to see Max Dolman play the way he played. And the fact that he's only 15 years old is incredible. And we do have a talent on our hands, right? And hopefully he will come into that starting 11 pretty often in the season, right? And play few games for us. That is all I had for this one. I'm gonna leave it at that one, right? I'm gonna leave it at that. And for you guys who's new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, smash the like for the video. And for my regular audience, thank you for tuning into the channel. You are appreciated. Smash the like for the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.